Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Jets Franchise. Missed last episode, go ahead and check it out. We played the Bengals, and then we played the Patriots again, and we ended up sweeping the Patriots, as you can see, and then we lost to the Bengals in week number 3, I want to say. Yeah, that was week 3, and week 4 was the Patriots. But anyways, today we'll be facing the Bears and the Bills. We get another divisional matchup next week against the Bills, but we do start with a storyline about rookie OTAs. This is from the preseason. I don't remember 100% who it was. 52. Who could that be? Is that our linebacker? Troy? Well, your new home, Troy. We have big plans for you. Troy Anderson's the rookie? What? This guy's been in the league for like 4 years. Why are we getting a rookie OTA for him? I swear to God, it was somebody different. I thought it was like Matt Stanley or some shit. Focus on development. Why is Troy Anderson the rookie? He's not a rookie. Yeah, he's been in the league for 4 years, 5 years if you count the rookie season. This guy's been in the league for a long time. Why are we getting a rookie? I don't get it. Contracts to negotiate. I think I want to just get these deals done with. If we go ahead here and move to the center, we have $157 million. So we have all the money in the world to hopefully re-sign a lot of these guys. Now, I talked about Fields last episode. He doesn't want to be here. Like I said, we could be looking at a QB, and this is a very good quarterback class. So anyways, outside of that, we got Will McDonald. I've been thinking about trading him for a while. Joe Tippmann's a good center. Jermaine Johnson's a solid player. He's an 82 superstar. That he only wants $15 million a year, which doesn't seem bad. Garrett Wilson and Sauce Gardner are our two top free agents. I think we're gonna go ahead and we are going to sign Gardner here. He wants upwards to $25.7 million. Should I give him a 5-year deal? I think we'll give Sauce Gardner a 5-year deal. And then how about we just offer him this straight up, just 5-year deal, whatever he wants. And there we go. We bring back Sauce Gardner. I believe that would probably make him the highest paid corner in the league, if I'm not mistaken, there with that contract. We got that 5-year, $121 million contract. That's the biggest contract we've handed out so far. And then Garrett Wilson is somebody I also would like to re-sign. Maybe not to a 5-year. We'll try a 4-year deal here. Head coach winning percentage is the thing he wants the most. We do not fit his scheme at all. So that's not amazing here. How about we just offer him this base 4-year deal? We'll see where he's at. And he'd love to sign today. If there was some way to improve, how would this deal? Okay, so he probably wants more money on top of that deal. Jermaine Johnson, I'm going to wait. Tippmann, I mean, he's a good center. Will McDonald, I don't know, Fields. So we're going to have to look out for those contract extensions and the quarterbacks. We currently have some more injuries. Jared Novak, Georgia wide receiver, could see his draft stock plummet after a major injury. Diego Colon had an electric play of the weekend at Ferris State. Here, if we look at Jared Novak, he's a receiver from Georgia, 6 foot. He has B catching. He doesn't look like the greatest athlete. Looks like an okay athlete. He has a juke move, B catching. That's all we really know. Again, we're a little too early in the season to sort of get to know, to like be like, oh yeah, this is a good player, because we have like 20 or 10% scouted some of these guys. And then we'll look at Diego Colon. Not really looking to draft a running back. I think our 2 running backs are pretty obviously. Breece Hall's been our best player this franchise so far. Diego Colon, he's got B break tackle, 5'11", 221 from Ferris State. He's got good to solid speed, great to good strength. Acceleration, agility, and chain direction are not good. He doesn't look that good, to be honest, athletic wise. So I don't know if we'll add any of those guys to the board. But I think once we get to maybe, close, like a little bit more knowing these guys, we'll go after them. But like I went over these guys earlier, most of these guys are pocket passers. They have cannon for arms, but they can't run at all. Even this improviser Denzel Barksdale, good, a solid throw power, solid decent speed. Most of these guys are strong arm. We have a scrambler, Javier Beasley. He's not even that solid, decent speed, great to good throw power. So that's something to keep our eyes out on these quarterbacks. So not my ideal quarterbacks, types of quarterbacks. I like quarterbacks who can, have a good arm, not like a rocket for an arm, but have a good arm and can run decently well. Okay, and unfortunately, Olu Fashanu is going to miss this game with a ACL sprain. So we're going to have a backup left tackle. I believe our backup left tackle is Carter Warren, so he will start at left tackle. And then Jalen Simpson, I think he came back, but he's getting hurt again with a high ankle sprain. So he's been kind of in and out of the lineup these last few games, but we'll upgrade some guys here. Upgrade for Elijah Vera Tucker. I want to get him a little bit better in pass protection, so I think we're gonna go pass protector. Vera Tucker, we signed into a big extension last year, so he's under contract for a while. He gets +2 pass block finesse, +1 pass block power, so he's now got 86 pass block finesse. We get an upgrade for Olu, who's gonna miss today's game. He's pretty solid about everything. I think we'll just continue going into power for him. He's up to an 81 with morale. He'll get +1 pass block power, run block power, and an ability slot. He's got nasty streak run protector. We have an upgrade here for Jamian Sherwood. I want to get his block shedding up. His block shedding is not very good. So we're gonna get run stopper for Jamian Sherwood. He'll get +3 block shedding, +1 player, +1 tackling. So he's now got 72 block shedding. We have the rookie Quentin Winters, who got his first sack last episode, so hopefully he can continue that. Good performance. He's good block. He's a good run stopper, good power rusher. I think we're just going to go to nose tackle. He'll go up to a 75 overall. He'll get +1 hit power, +3 player act, +1 tackling for Winters. And then we have our fourth year rookie linebacker in Troy Anderson. So maybe he is a breakout season. I don't know. He's 27. He doesn't really play that much. He's got good speed. That's the main reason why I signed him. Block shedding isn't very good. I think we'll just continue going into run stopper for Anderson. He'll get +2 block shedding and +2 tackling. Now has 72 block shedding. And then we have our actual rookie linebacker in Tommy Walton. He's got good block shedding. I would definitely like his zone to get up from the 50s, from 57. So I think we're going to go pass coverage here for Tommy Walton, as he will get +2 awareness and then +2 to zone coverage. All right, it looks like Olu Fashanu is going to miss at least this week's game with a week-to-week injury. Same thing with Jalen Simpson. We look at the Bears' injuries. They currently are without Roschon Johnson and DeAndre Swift. Probably their top 2 running backs, so they're probably down to their third-string running back and left tackle Ozzie Trapilo. So the Bears are going to be a little shorthanded offensively. So we're going to do this for every team. Caleb Williams is up to an 88 now, X Factor. So I started this franchise before Caleb Williams. Apparently, for some reason, he had Superstar X Factor at the beginning of the Madden season, and I started this before the update. So he now has X Factor. I think now he only has Star, but he has X Factor in this franchise. DeAndre Swift and Roschon Johnson are out, so that means Kyle Monangai will be their lead back for the Bears. Wide receiver, they have Luther Burden, who's currently their top receiver. You have DJ Moore, you have Roma Dunze there as well. Tight end, they have Cole Kmet, who's now a superstar dev. Their offensive line, they have Braxton Jones, they have Joe Tooney, Drew Dahlman, Jonah Jackson, they have Jaquez Covington there as well. Darnell Wright, a right tackle. Defensively, they have Montez Sweat, Colton Carter, Their first round pick. I want to say he's their first round pick. I think so. Gervin Dexter, Shamar Turner, a D tackle linebacker. They have Tremaine Edmonds, TJ Edwards, corners. They have Jalen Johnson, Kyler Gordon, Tyreek Stevenson, safeties. They have Mitch Spearman, currently starting. He was somebody I was looking at potentially drafting. We ended up passing up on him. And then safety shrunk to Jaquan Brisker. So that is the Bears team. It looks a little bit different. But let's go ahead and jump into this game at home against the Bears. All right, we're here at MetLife Stadium, hosting the Bears this week. Bears currently sitting at 2-2 on the season through 4 games. We are sitting 3-1, coming off a big divisional win against the Patriots, sweeping the Patriots. Defense was really good last week. We're looking to continue that performance here against the Bears as we will get the ball to start week number 5. And yes, I did increase the quarter length up to 10. I just want to see how it plays differently from 9 minutes to 10 minutes. So we're going to try that for this game, and if it feels too long, I can change it back to 9. But here steps out Justin Fields. You see some of his stats from last season. Can you show the stats from this season? We're 4 games in. Come on. All right, first play of the game is a screen to Desmond House, who makes the catch. Desmond House, is he going to go all the way on the first play from scrimmage? No, he will not. He is finally tracked down by Jaquan Brisker. In one play, we are already deep in Bears territory as there is an injury to the Bears. It looks like it's TJ Edwards, their will linebacker. And look at that. What a way to start the game with a big catch and run from Desmond House. Last week we started off our first play of scrimmage with a big Breece Hall touchdown. Now we started with a big passing play. But let's give it to Breece Hall again. This time we'll only get a yard. Last week he had a big game, set 16 carries, 137 yards, and a touchdown. Off that outside to Garrett Wilson on second down. Makes it 3rd down and 5 now. All right, now it's 3rd and 5. What can we do here on 3rd down and 5? We're going to look. Fields, we're going to roll right. Fields is going to fire on the run, and the throw is a little too low for Garrett Wilson. I forgot, this is kind of a revenge game for Justin Fields. So, it's a big week for him. Probably could have scrambled, but I thought we could have made the throw to Garrett Wilson. Wasn't a good enough throw here as Matthew Ross, our rookie kicker, will be on to get us 3 points on that opening drive. One big play and not much on that drive, but we'll take the opening drive points there. And here comes out the Bears offense, led by Caleb Williams. You can see some of his stats. 31 passing touchdowns last year, over 3,000 yards. All right, can Glenn Woodard continue his sack streak today? He had one last week. He's looking to get another one this week as they get a slant to DJ Moore for 7. The handoff to Kyle Monungai. Cuts it right. And there goes Monungai. Second-year player from Rutgers gets a 9 on his first carry of the day. So the Bears better hope that Kyle Monungai doesn't get hurt, because he's their only running back on roster, as they'll run play action there over the middle to Roma Dunze. Not Roma Dunze, DJ Moore. Who gets it down to the 31-yard line. All right, it's 3rd down for Chicago. Can our defense get a stop on the Bears' opening drive? As Williams does a jump pass to Luther Bird, who breaks the tackle. That was completely unnecessary from Caleb Williams, but you know, if it works, it works. 1st down Bears. 1st and goal, stretch left side, Monungai. Good blocking from the Bears. Monungai breaks the tackle. He's still up. And there's an injury timeout, and that's for our guy. That is Malachi Moore. Bruised knee, will return soon. Stewart's going to come in the game. 3rd and goal from the 4. Caleb throws it deep. Corner of the end zone, knocked away from Sauce Gardner. Really, maybe more of a drop there from DJ Moore, but our defense stands. And Chicago here is going to settle for the field goal. Santos Kick is good, and there we go. We are tied 3 apiece after 2 drives. Defense makes a nice stop there on 3rd and goal. All right, we got the ball back at the 29. We're going to start with a run to Breece Hall up the middle. Look at those blocks. Breece Hall gets a nice chunk yard up to the 45-yard line now. Good run from Breece Hall.
Here we go.
Fields is rolling right. Fields will stand. Fire to Breece Hall, and Breece Hall cannot make the catch. As now it is 3rd down and 6.
Here we go.
And our defense make a stand. Fields is going to launch this one deep. Desmond House, and it's picked off. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. Tried to take the deep shot there. And Fields has kind of been, turning the ball over a lot these first few games. He had 3 interceptions last week. This week, I was just hoping, you know, our 6'3" receiver maybe made a play on the ball, and he doesn't really even get a hand on the ball there, and it's picked off. I'm trying to take more deep shots this season, kind of open up this passing attack, but hasn't been good right now. Play action for the Bears. Williams tries to throw on the run, incomplete. All right, 3rd down and 8. Can our defense get a stop? Underneath to Roma Dunze. And it's Marquise Bell who's coming in for Malachi Moore now. Makes the play. Defense forces a 3-and-out. So interception goes nowhere. Here's look at Breece Hall's stats. 49 rushes, 426 yards, and a touchdown on the season. And he also missed week 1. So those are only 3 games. He's gotten over 400 yards already. Let's start with a 1st and 10 run to Breece Hall, who cuts it back up the middle for a 7-yard rush. Start this drive. And they're going to keep this one with Fields. Fields is going to get the first. Look at Justin Fields! Justin Fields! Does he have the speed to outrun the Bear defense? Yes, he does. And Fields takes it to the house on the biggest run of the season for Justin Fields against his former team. Gets the touchdown. First play of the drive goes for 6 for Justin Fields. It is I want to say it was like a sweep option. It was a buck sweep option read option. And we took it with Fields, and we took it all the way for 6. And Matthew Ross, the extra point is good. It doesn't matter who's running the ball. We're going to get big plays on the ground. That was an 80-yard drive and a big run from Justin Fields. And the Bears will get the ball back. All right, and now the Bears are back on offense just like that. Williams, play action, it's intercepted! Brandon Stevens intercepts the ball. I don't know where Caleb Williams was trying to go with that ball. Stevens was underneath that route the whole time. And looks like all momentum's now on our side. I don't know really, looked like Jamie and Sherwood on DJ Moore. And Brandon Stevens picks it off, and now we get the ball right back just like that. We're going to go underneath. Arian Smith cuts up the field, and they're going to mark him a yard short there on the catch. We'll start the quarter with a 46-yard field goal from Matthew Ross. The kick is up, and it is good. And Ross is so far still perfect on the season. I don't think he's missed one. I don't think we missed one yet. All right, Bears, after the interception, what will they do on this following drive? We'll start with a 6-yard play to maybe, you guys would go for that on 4th and 1 or whatever. But it's early in the game. I want to get points. And so far the Bears, their 2 plays are already at midfield. 2nd and 10. Toss to Monungai. We are all over that one. Huge loss of 6. Nice play there by Jermaine Johnson to bring him down for a big loss. And now it is 3rd down and 16 for the Bears. Williams says all day. He's going to launch that to DJ Moore. And it's broken up by Sauce Gardner. The newly extended corner with the big play. Breaking up that pass. He's had a pretty good start to this game as well. And that's going to be a 4th and long punt for Chicago. Fields today, he's only carried the ball once. And it was a 73-yard rushing touchdown. I believe he has more yards than all the Bears team does have on that one rush. As we will get the ball after the touchback at the 20-yard line. We're going to run that one free saw. Honestly, I genuinely think if we kept that, it would have been the same exact result. Somehow, Gervin Dexter is unblocked. How is he unblocked, dude? Now it's a 3rd down and 12. What will we do? We're going to fire that over the middle to Desmond House, who makes the tough grab and has the first down. Big conversion there on 3rd and 12. That's House's 2nd catch. That puts them over 60 yards now. Alright, play action now. We're going to roll out right. We're just going to keep this one Fields. Fields going to keep this one. Fields down the sideline. He's pushed out of bounds. After another big run there on play action. Alright, 2 straight rushes. Makes it... Ah, shit. Fuck. Fields fumbles the ball. Fields, get up! Get up! Jesus Christ! Get your ass up and go get the fucking ball. Corner blitz. Kyler Gordon. Fields just lays on the ground and just doesn't go for the ball. And the Bears now have it. Alright, that's our 2nd turnover. Now the Bears have it deep in our territory on 1st and 10 with a run to Manungai. Nice tackle there by Azariah Thomas. 2nd and 10. Fields dumps it to Colston Loveland, who's going to go nowhere. You're going nowhere. Nice play under Cisco. 3rd and long. Again for Chicago. This one is converted. Luther Burden over the middle. 1st and 10. Another give to Manungai. He's going to break a few tackles for 5 yards. 3rd down and 1. It's a fullback dive to Colson Loveland, who's going to go nowhere. Nice tackle by Ty Hamilton. Makes the play there on 3rd down. And we're actually going to call a timeout here. I probably should have called a timeout instantly after that play, but I wasn't really paying attention. So we'll use a timeout there to stop the clock and hopefully give us some time. Now the Bears are going to go for it. The Bears are going to go for it. So maybe I shouldn't have called a timeout. But I called the timeout to give us more time. But now on 4th and 1, Chicago is going to get it, and they're actually going to get a touchdown of that. So I guarantee that that's just not my fault. That's not my fault. That's just the game giving the Bears. Look at that. Look at all those guys you have there. Breaks one tackle. Breaks the Jamie Sherwood tackle, and then somehow doesn't get tackled there. I guarantee you, every coach in the NFL is calling a timeout there on that play to give their offense more time to score before halftime. It's just that so happens the Bears happen to go for it and then get the touchdown. That's not a bad call by me. Maybe the CP would have just kicked the extra point even if I didn't call it. If I didn't call a timeout. Nice return, Clyde Hopkins. Nice return there to the 46. I didn't really say much because I wasn't expecting him to get that far. So we still have plenty of time here. A little over a minute and 2 timeouts left to potentially get on the board. 2nd and 9. Slant over there. Ooh, Desmond House is a risky throw. Desmond House gets it all the way to the 27. I think Trey Edmonds didn't pick that off. Or didn't read that it was RPO. Clock moving here. 1st and 10. Another give. Breece Hall. This one's going for a first. So we're going to go hurry up now. Now we're going to motion Arian Smith all the way out. And we're looking for Desmond House again. This time he's open. This time he makes the catch and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Desmond House. And the good return from Clyde Hopkins gives us a short field. It gets us on the board before halftime. Desmond House, he's having himself a breakout game. Gets his second touchdown of the season for the rookie from Washington. And that will conclude the first half. We've gotten two turnovers, but we're up 20-10 with that big touchdown right before halftime. Sitting good right now. We just need to limit the turnovers in this second half if we want to keep the lead as we go to the halftime report, checking on around the league. We got the Giants versus the Commanders. Both teams not off to great starts as we see Jackson Dart throw that one out there to Tyrone Tracy, who breaks a tackle there. And the Giants win 21-19 over the Commanders, who are struggling at 1-4. Dart with 2 touchdowns gets the Giants the narrow victory over the Commanders. We check out the Buccaneers versus the Falcons. The Falcons currently sitting at 3-1. Maybe not for long as Baker Mayfield hands that one off. I don't know who that is. That's Ramsey. That must be a rookie. As the Buccaneers are up big, 21-0 at halftime. And then we got the Ravens versus the Saints. Ravens sitting 3-1, Saints sitting at 500 as we see a Lamar Jackson keeper. And he gets outside, outruns the Saints defense, and the Ravens are up big 16-0. Tyler Shuck only 16 passing yards in that entire first half. Looking at some of the other games, Dallas is up 21-10. We see the Bills are down by 7 to the Lions, so that's good. So we got to watch out for that. But some of the keys second half, not turn the ball over as much. Maybe without that one fumble, the Bears don't have some points. We need to make tackles on some of those plays as we see Justin Fields has 215 passing yards in the first half. So, all right, Bears, we'll start with the ball the second half. We'll see what they will do. They'll start with a run and a Kyle Manun guy again. That's another gain of nothing as Malachi Moore is now back, makes the tackle. Second down and 11 underneath to Cole Kmet as it is 3rd down and 4. Can our defense get a nice stand? Caleb Williams outside to Luther Burden. He makes the grab there and gets the first for Chicago. All right, 3rd and short for Chicago. Can our defense make a stop? They're going to run with Manungai. Quentin Winters makes the big tackle. The rookie prevents the first down on 3rd down for Chicago, and it looks like they will go for it here. Fourth and 1. This time, he loses yards, actually. Quincy Williams unblocked right in the gap. And that's a big stand from our defense. Common guys stood no chance on that play. And now our offense will take the field with pretty good field position.
Here we go.
And 9 now. And yeah, that again, not really blocking some of these guys there. That's a loss. It's a loss of about 2 there. And now it's 3rd down and 12. We've only converted 1 3rd down this entire game. We're looking to convert this one. 3rd and 12. Fields has an open man. It's Garrett Wilson. Wide open for the first. Big 3rd down conversion. 1st down and 10. And we're sacked. Sacked immediately on the play action. And now it's a loss of 9. Way to go, way to go, way to go. Awesome. That's another sack there, and we're backed up to the 34-yard line now. Just want to get some easy yardage for Smith. He'll get most of that yardage we lost back. Now it's back to a 3rd and 10. What can we do here? 3rd and 10. Fields to Garrett Wilson, who makes the catch. Garrett Wilson in double coverage. What a play by Garrett Wilson. That's another passing touchdown for Fields. Look at that double coverage. Inside throw. Only That's only really where the ball can be placed. Fields places it perfectly. Looks like they had T.J. Edwards running with them, andSker might have been a little bit too late to get over that. And now we score, and now we're up by 17. Second down and 10. Underneath on the slant. 2 more for the first down. Now 3rd and 2 for Chicago. They're going to go empty backfield as Caleb Williams tried to set up the screen, had a man in his face, and that's going to be incomplete.
Here we go.
1st and 10. Another give Brees Hall. This one's up the middle, and he's going to get a first down. Finally, we get a nice long run for Brees Hall there. Brees Hall's back in the game. We're going to set up a screen for him. Joe Tippmann. Look at Joe Tippmann down the field making a nice block there on the secondary player. Another pass to Brees Hall. Got to like better blocking there. And there's an injury, and it's to Braylon Allen. It's our backup running back. He's gotten a few carries. Hasn't really done much today. And if that means maybe we see some Clyde Hopkins today. Fields with another keeper. Fields takes it up the middle. And he's got exactly a century. It's exactly hits the century mark there on that run for the first down. That's bruised ribs for Braylon Allen. Clyde Hopkins will come in. All right, after the incompletion and 2-yard rush, it's now 3rd down and 8. And we convert this one. Fields stands in the pocket, rolls right, and he gets hit as he throws. I'm trying to buy some time, and what I do to buy time is I just roll out right, and I rolled right into pressure there. If I stood still in that pocket, that probably wouldn't have been a touchdown. And yeah, Matthew Ross is on to kick a long field goal here. And Matthew Ross's kick is up, and it is really good. He's so far 2 for 2 today with a big one there, and that's going to give us a 20-point lead with a little bit of time left in the 3rd quarter. Looks like they have I formation. It's going to be a pass. Williams underneath to Manungai again. This time he's pushed out of bounds for 7. 3 over the middle. Also, that's Tyler Scott. 3rd down and 5. Williams underneath to Manungai, who's wide open on the flats. That's going to get in the first down and keep this drive going. 1st and 10 over the middle to DJ Moore. Chicago now at the 28. It's another pass to DJ Moore. And another first down for DJ Moore. And the more they keep dinking and dunking it, the less time they'll have after this drive. So, you know, they're getting first downs, but as long as they throw a nice little underneath throw or run the ball, that run goes for 1 yard. Now down to less than 7 minutes. Chicago in I formation with Loveland lining up at fullback. They're going to run play action there, and Williams throws it to Manungai, who gets 3 yards. Now 3rd down and 6 for Chicago. They got to get touchdown here pretty soon, as that's behind Cole Kmet, and that's going to be short of the first. Nice tackle by Woodard in open field. Now 4th down and 1 for Chicago. Now less than 6 minutes left in the game. Caleb Williams hands off Manungai, who gets the first down at the 3-yard line. That's going to keep this clock rolling. 1st and goal. Williams underneath, and DJ Moore makes the grab in traffic. And the Bears are finally back on the board. Bears are back on the board with the touchdown there. However, that took a lot of time off the clock. Now a little less than 5.5 minutes left in this game. That cuts the lead down to 13 with this extra, or 17 with the extra point. And it is good. And looking at Justin Fields today, 13 of 19, over 200 yards and 2 touchdowns. We're up by 2 scores, 5 minutes. We're going to try to take as much time off the clock as we can. And it's going to start with a handoff to Brees Hall up the middle. Breaks the Bears tackle. And picks up 9 there. Second and 1, we're motion Charlie Kolar here on 2nd and 1. We have the fullback Keeft in the game. And we're going to give it to Braylon Allen, who gets his biggest rush of the day for 8 yards. Nice blocking there by Keeft on the linebacker. First and 10 toss to Brees Hall. Brees Hall's got space. Look at Brees Hall's got all that room. And Brees Hall with a 12-yard rush gets us to the 38-yard line, and that clock's going to keep moving. Clyde Hopkins now in the game on 2nd down and 10. As we're going to get to Clyde Hopkins. Some nice blocks. Matt Stanley with a good block. Clyde Hopkins with his biggest play of his career. Goes for 19 yards. Great blocking downfield from Stanley. Good vision from Hopkins to let his lineman make that block. Keeft is in the game at running back. That's not what you want, but we're going to give it to him anyways, and he's going to get some yardage. Keeft with a first down run. Look at the fullback making some nice plays on this drive. Forced Chicago to use another timeout there. So far, we've been running it all over Chicago. And we're going to run it again here. This one to Braylon Allen. Hold on to the ball. Chicago uses their last timeout there. 2nd and goal. Another rush. Braylon Allen up the middle. In the end zone. Touchdown, Braylon Allen. And with that, we're now back up by 20 points, as I think that puts the nail in the coffin there with that long drive. Honestly, we pretty much just almost exclusively ran the ball there on that drive. I believe we only ran the ball on that drive. We killed a lot of clock, and we got a touchdown to bring it back to 20-point lead for us. As now they want us to go for it to make 21 points. Okay. 2-point conversion outside. Mason Taylor is wide open. 2-point conversion is good. So now it's a 21-point lead. As down goes Caleb Williams. First sack of the day. So we've turned the ball over twice, and we haven't gotten a sack, and somehow we're still winning. As there's another drop for DJ Moore. So pretty much this entire drive, I've just not really been talking because, you know, this game's over. We're up by 21, as now it's 4th down. So yeah, I think I'll just see you guys at the end of this game because it's over. So, and that is the end of the game. Chicago did get a garbage time touchdown to Roma Dunze, but it didn't matter. We recovered the onside kick. We pretty handedly beat Chicago today. We didn't play perfect either. We did have the 2 turnovers in the first half, but our defense played pretty good. I would say. I mean, held Chicago to only, 14 points second half. A garbage time touchdown, I guess. But I think we played good on both sides of the ball. Justin Fields was 13 of 19, 204 yards, 2 touchdowns, did have the 1 pick. On rushing wise, Brees Hall was our leading. Actually, never mind. He had 14 carries, 71 yards. Braylon Allen had a touchdown, but it was Justin Fields who led the team with 99 rushes on 4 attempts for a touchdown. Clyde Hopkins even had 2 carries. Keeft even had a carry. But it was Desmond House who had a breakout game. 4 catches, 109 yards, and a touchdown. Garrett Wilson also had a touchdown on 3 catches with 59 yards. Brees Hall caught 2 passes. Smith caught 2 passes. No sacks allowed, it says, even though we did get sacked. I remember getting sacked. 13 tackles for Sherwood and Quincy Williams. 9 for Malachi Moore. TFL, Sauce Gardner, Johnson, Cisco, Williams, and Malachi Moore with 1. Sacks, we only got 1, and it was on that garbage time drive. Interceptions, Brandon Stevens had 1. Pass deflections, Sauce Gardner had 3. Sherwood had 2. Glenn Woodard had 1. Didn't get a sack, unfortunately. No forced fumbles. Matthew Ross today was perfect, 3 for 3 on field goals and extra points. We didn't force a single punt, or we didn't return a single punt. But Clyde Hopkins did return 2 kicks for 31 yards. So, player of the game, I'd say is probably Justin Fields or Desmond House or Sauce Gardner. So there we go. All right, here we are in the weekly recap. We're gonna check to see what happened around the league. Obviously, we know we won. Defense played pretty good. Got a turnover. I think we just ran the ball kind of all over Chicago, and you see a great pass from Justin Fields. Justin Fields was also pretty good today outside the turnovers, but yeah, we scored 38 points in that game against Chicago. We have the Cardinals versus the Packers. Both teams 3-1 through 4 games. As we see Kyler Murray, he looks really tall for some reason. Out there to his wideout, and the Cardinals win 20-10. Kyler Murray outduels Jordan Love in Green Bay. I want to say that's Diami Brown with the touchdown. We have the 3-1 Bengals versus the 3-1 Colts. Some of the top teams in the AFC so far, as we see a screen to Burrow over the middle to T. Higgins as he takes it all the way to the house. The Bengals are off to a much better start this year than last year. Bengals are now 4-1 with 3 touchdown performance from Burrow. And that will be the weekly recap. We are now here in week 6, where we will be facing the Bills at home again. But if you currently look at the AFC standings, you have here 4 teams that are 4-1. We are 4-1, Bengals are 4-1, Baltimore's 4-1, and Denver is currently sitting at 4-1. So we're off to a pretty good start. You see some of the injuries there for Buffalo. You got Taylor Rapp, Ty Sanders, I want to say, and Devontae Walker. We do have a storyline, but first we have the first mock draft of this new season. We currently see DJ Smith is the projected #1 overall pick. You see Danny Duncan projected to go 4th. And we'll see where these quarterbacks are projected. Jesus Guzman projected to go 6th. You see Javier Beasley projected to go 15 to the Raiders. You have Jerome Bailey to the Browns. But we are probably going to be down here in this mock draft because we are 4-1. Yeah, we are projected to take Adrian Duckworth, a center from Texas A&M. See 1, 2, 3, 4. We see 4 quarterbacks projected to go in this first mock draft. And there is a total of 7 quarterbacks projected to get taken. We don't see Barksdale, we don't see Silva, or we don't see Burbank projected to get drafted. But now we can know some of these quarterbacks now. Jesus Guzman, we are now 50% on him. So we see he has A, short accuracy, A, throw under pressure, beautiful spiral in all his passes, slow elongated throwing motion, which is not ideal. 6'4", 234. Again, he's one of those guys who's a statue in the pocket, but has an absolute arm. We also see that he has A stamina, his A to C breaks. Like his ranges look pretty good. So definitely somebody I want to add to the draft board. We have Brandon Burbank, who wasn't projected to get drafted, but he's also another strong arm. 6'6", 227. Elongated motion with a quick release, beautiful spiral in all of his passes. He has A deep, B medium. Again, rock of an arm, no running ability at all. A awareness, B breaks like B play action, A deep, B medium. Looks pretty solid. And A deep accuracy is nice. So we're gonna add him also to our board. Denzel Barksdale, somebody we also have 50% scouted. He's got B deep, C medium, A to C short, and under pressure. Fast over the top motion. Also beautiful spiral. Doesn't have the cannon like the other guys, but he's a little more athletic, with great to elite change of direction, excel, solid, decent speed. We see his A break sec, A throw on the run, D play action. He looks the worst out of the 3 we've seen so far. We see some of these other guys, but we just don't have the type of scouting progress we have on some of these guys. Javier Beasley, he's 30%. A under pressure, B deep. We're going to be looking at these quarterbacks pretty frequently, especially if they have a good draft story. Jerome Bailey or Daly, B medium accuracy, good to great throw power. See some of his accuracies there. Matthias Silva, 20% scout again. He's probably marginal with decent speed. He's got A awareness. But so far, I like Jesus Guzman and I like Brandon Burbank so far. But obviously, we still don't know much about some of those guys. We know some about the edge rushers. We see some of these guys 50% scouted. Carlos Felix, A power moves, A tackling. Right now, we're currently not going to get the first or a top 5 pick. Alfonso Callahan, it's all right. DJ Smith is the projected #1 overall pick. As we see here, we only know he has A awareness, A block shed, or A awareness, A play rec. I wouldn't mind drafting another edge rusher, maybe not first round. But if the board falls the way it does, Eric Peterson we see here as A catch, B medium, B short, A spec catch. 6'3" slot wide receiver from USC. He doesn't look bad. I'll add him there. But after looking at some of these guys, we do have a storyline. It's for preparation for this divisional matchup. Critical game this week. What are you seeing in the film? I assume this is Raheem Morris. It is. They have holes all across the offensive line. I don't see how they can stop us from dominating the trenches, run or pass. Okay, let's show them different stunts or look stunts and other complex movements. Throw the trenches into chaos and they crumble. Do you agree with focusing on setting up our defensive line? Contain their QB, blank the receivers, stop the run the first. Contain their QB, do that, stop the run, just blanket the receivers instead. And, we'll agree. If we can get pressure on Josh Allen, it'll definitely help. Let's get to a coach. I'll start working on the practice for this week, make sure we're good to go. So we get +2 power and finesse for defensive linemen. So we'll see what's going on in this meeting with some of these guys. You know what I've noticed? We haven't got a single breakout player yet. We've had Brees Hall go for 230 yards. So, but anyways, this game we win in the trenches. We need pressure every down, run or pass. We have to get it. Quentin Williams says challenge accepted, coach. They can try doubling, but it won't matter. We get some boost there that I couldn't read. But well, at least we know Williams is locked in. But this will take a full team. We'll be rotating guys in and out to stay fresh. And we get a new goal to hold them less than 200 total yards. How are we going to hold them to less than 200 total yards? Dude, it's the Bills and Josh Allen. They have the 10th best scoring offense. However, their defense is not very good. 29th scoring defense, 29th rush defense. Okay, so offensively, we have 3 injuries. Arian Smith will be out for today's game. Matt Stanley, our starting left guard, will be out, and so will Joe Tippmann. So we're going to have backup left guard and center. So that means Will Hernandez will be back in the starting lineup, and then Josh Myers will be starting at center. Arian Smith, we have Malachi Corley, Tyler Boyd. Those guys can step in and fill his role. So we're going to be going a little shorthanded on the offensive line. But Quinnen Williams, he's pretty good. I would honestly like him to get maybe more pressure on the quarterback this year. I know he was a monster for us last year in that way. He led our team in sacks. But he's been kind of off to a slow start this year. He's got +1 awareness, +2 finesse, hit power and tackle, and +1 to power moves. We get Tyler Boyd, the vet, who we might see a few times in this game. I think, this is probably the last upgrade point he's going to get, so we're just going to go in a slot there for Tyler Boyd. As he gets +2 to awareness, back catch, +3 release, +1 to catch in traffic, juke, and short route running. And we have the injured lineman, Matt Stanley. I think we're going to go agile here, get some of his weaknesses up. It's a hit pointer. It's only week to week. He gets +2 to awareness, run block, +1 lead block, and pass block finesse. And then we have Marquise Bell. Here, I think we're going to go into zone for Marquise Bell. He's actually going to go up to a 75. +1 to agility, play rec, pursuit, tackle, and +2 to zone coverage. And it looks like they will just miss today's game. Arian Smith, Joe Tippmann, and Matt Stanley will miss today's game. So that means we're going to be, like I said earlier, shorthanded on the offensive line. Myers and Hernandez will start, and then Malachi Corley will get some playing time. Boyd, you'll probably see in there. Okay, so before this game, we're going to go ahead here. We're going to make some moves. We're going to release MJ Stewart with Jalen Simpson back. I don't think we need 3 free safeties, so we're going to release MJ Stewart, and we're going to end up signing here JJ Pegues. I don't remember. He's from Ole Miss. He was on the Raiders practice squad, and we could have signed Ika, but he had better. He was faster. He was more athletic, and he was a better pass rusher. So he's just better than Ika. So we're gonna sign JJ Pegues for probably the rest of the season, honestly, because running in there with 3D tackles is kind of risky. Because if one of them gets injured, then you only have 2 on the roster, and when we run a 4-3, we're gonna have some D tackles out there. So just wanted more. I'd rather have the depth at D tackle than safety now. All right, we're back at home. This time against the Bills. We're looking to stay undefeated in the AFC East. Look at the Bills. They allowed a lot of yards. This is one of the bottom defenses in the league against, frankly, one of the top offenses in the league. We have a really good rushing attack. We score, I believe, the eighth most points per game so far. So that should hopefully help us today. But the Bills have Josh Allen. And with Josh Allen, you have a chance every week. So let's not act like this is an easy win game. All right, first play from scrimmage is going to be run to Breece Hall. Of course, where else would we go with the ball? As Breece Hall will get 2 yards. He already looks hurt. Don't tell me he's hurt. And when he gets back up. All right, second down and 8. Fields is pressured, and we're going to get sacked by Joey Bosa. Held on to the ball there a little too long. I mean, the underneath that was wide open, but I was looking to see if anything else got open. Nothing else got open, and that led to that sack there. So now it's 3rd and long. How can we convert this one here? We're looking outside. There we go to Garrett Wilson. Throws way behind him. That with a better throw, that's first down. If we had him deflected by Matt Milano, that would have been a big first down. But it's going to be a punt from Matt Ariza. Here comes out Josh Allen. Look at his career stats. 31,000 passing yards, 235 passing touchdowns. But can our defense stop him, though? That's the question of the day. We're going to start with a motion out there to make it an empty backfield for Buffalo. Allen over the middle has an open receiver. It's Josh Palmer, and just like that, they get a big gain. 61-yard pass right off the rip on the seam. Malachi Moore couldn't get a great angle there on that throw. Good thing we have Andre Cisco, because that would have been a house call on the first play for Buffalo. Alrighty, off to a bad start. That's great. Isaiah Likely's a superstar dev now, so it's cool. This time it's outside, and it's a great play by Azariah Thomas on Khalil Shakur. Nice play. All right, after the 3-yard catch, it's now 3rd down and 7. Can our defense stop him here? Josh Allen's forced to roll right. He breaks the sack of Glenn Woodard. God, he had him there. Just let him go. Now they're at the 2-yard line. It's like Dawson Knox is in the backfield for this play, as they will hand it off to James Cook, who walks in untouched. Touchdown Buffalo, and just like that, Buffalo is on the board. This could be, we've had our problems with Buffalo, but we somehow managed to beat them a few times. But so far it's off to a very bad start on defense. Alright, we look at the QB rush yards leaders. It's currently Fields in number 1 spot with over 300. Yeah, that's the one thing that makes me not want to lose Fields, is his running ability. But if he doesn't want to come here, and I don't want to give him that big of a contract, that might be the deal. As there goes Breece Hall for an 11-yard rush for the first play of the drive. Taylor's in motion. We're going to run play action. Mason Taylor's wide open. Mason Taylor makes the catch. Mason Taylor, touchdown Jets. It was the play action deep shot That's what I want. I want more big, deep shots on this offense. And it pays off there with Mason Taylor. We motioned him, made it look like a run play. And he runs past Terrell Bernard for the score. And just like that, we match Buffalo's touchdown with a touchdown of our own. With Ross's extra point splitting the uprights, and we're all tied up at 7 apiece. You see James Cook's stats: 87 rushes, over 400 yards, and 4 touchdowns. All right, defense. We gotta play better. Can't allow a big play like that. As they get one to Isaiah Likely for 9 yards. Second down to 1. It's a screen pass to James Cook. We have nobody out there outside of Malachi Moore. He makes the big open field tackle. That was a good play call from Buffalo. We're going to man blitz. I left that side of the field pretty much open. So now they got midfield. We'll start with a play action. Josh Allen has time over the middle. That was an absolute bullet. But it's dropped by Shakur. Josh Allen is brought down. Quinnen Williams gets the sack, and we've already matched our sack total from last week. There on that play, it's now 3rd and long for Buffalo. Like I said, we need Quinnen Williams to step up. Makes a nice play there. It's now 3rd and long for Buffalo. Josh Allen is hit by Jermaine Johnson as he throws incomplete. Nice play by Jermaine Johnson there. Looks like he would have just dumped it off anyways. And defense makes a nice stop there. And that will be a punt for Buffalo. Here, and a touchback on the punt. Starts at the 20-yard line. And we're going to start this drive with another run to Breece Hall. Only for 2. RPO over the middle to Desmond House, who had his first 100-yard game last week. Makes the grab there on 2nd down. 1st and 10 there. Outside Mason Taylor. Yeah, there you go. They just fucking tackled our tight end there. That's going to be pass interference there on Bosa, and we're going to set that. It's only a 2-yard penalty, but that gives us a 1st down. So that will definitely help us there.
Here we go.
We'll start with another game. Breece Hall. Look at Breece Hall has the speed. Breece Hall, does he have the speed? He's finally tracked down after a big run. Tracked down by Diggs. Could be Quandre Diggs, I don't know. But it doesn't matter. Breece Hall gets us inside Buffalo 35 on the big run there.
Here we go.
And we're going to keep this one with Fields, and we're going to lose 3 yards in that one. 2nd down and 13. There's Garrett Wilson again, and he's going to drop it. He was open. There's an injury, it looks like, to Joey Bosa for Buffalo. So that's going to be a big one for Buffalo. That's going to help us for sure, but
Here we go.
we're going to motion Breece Hall out of the backfield. And we are going to try to hit Breece Hall. The throws again, a little behind him. A better throw there, and that could be a nice play. That's Maxwell Harrison, the 2nd-year Kentucky corner. And that gives us a 49-yard field goal here from Ross. Oh, fuck, I missed that. Oh, my God, dude. I suck at fucking kicking. How am I so bad at this kicking shit? Matthew Ross misses his first field goal, I want to say, of the season. I felt like I timed that up almost perfectly. Somehow it's no good, and we get no points on that drive. Buffalo's going to get the ball back with pretty good field position. Start the run there. James Cook. James Cook gets 9 yards. All right, 2nd down and 1. For Buffalo. Allen's facing pressure. Allen's going to have to roll out. Allen's got all the space in the world. There goes Josh Allen, who slides. There's an injury timeout. It's another Buffalo player. This time it's the offensive lineman. I want to say that's Osiris or Torrance. Osiris Torrance, is that his first name? I don't know, but he's down. Second on 10. It's another screen to James Cook. We're all over that one. Jermaine Johnson and Ty Hamilton combined on the tackle of loss of 4. Now that makes it a 3rd and long for Buffalo. Come on, defense. Cannot allow a 3rd and 14 conversion. Right now, as Allen will have to dump it off to James Cook. We have 3 Jets defenders there, and going to be well short there, the first down. And now Buffalo will kick a field goal, but this time it's good. So that gives Buffalo the lead back. Now up by 3. Here's the rushing touchdown leaders. Fields currently number 1 with 4. You saw Josh Allen and Lamar there with 3. So you have 2 of the top rushing quarterbacks in the league in today's game. So far it's been Allen who's been using his legs. So we'll start with the 1st and 10. Slant there to Garrett Wilson for the first down. 1st and 10. Start with a run. Try to say a give and then a run. I said gun. And there goes Brees Hall to the 44-yard line. He's having himself a pretty good start to his day. 1st and 10. Play action. We're going to get that one to Charlie Kolar for the first down. All right, after the 3-yard completion to Corley, it's now 3rd down and 7. How will we convert this one? We're going to try to get it with Fields. Fields is going to run it, and Fields will get the first down. Oh, we're going to keep them with Fields. Try to cut that back. Yeah, they read that all the way. Read the edge defender there and didn't read the other guys. So a loss of 4 on that play. 2nd and long now. We're going to hit Charlie Kolar again. Get that lost yardage back. Now make it another 3rd and 10. Clyde Hopkins is in the game again.
Here we go.
The pass. Underneath. Corley makes a man miss. Corley with a big juke. Huge juke there on Matt Milano. And Corley is coming in for the injured Arian Smith makes the grab there. Brees Hall's back in the game. And we're going to give it to him. Breaks the Buffalo tackle and is down at the 1. We're going to motion Charlie Kolar. And we're going to hand it off. Brees Hall again. This time he gets enough for the score. And we are back in the lead there with that touchdown. All right. Defense. Let's get a turnover. Let's get a strip sack. Come on, I don't think I've ever had one of those. 2nd and 4 again for Buffalo. Underneath again. This one's Josh Palmer, who's got 75 yards, only 2 catches. Yeah, he had the big first play for Buffalo there, and finally makes another grab. 2nd and 1st and 10 outside. Isaiah Likely. There gets 15 yards. 1st and 10 for Buffalo. He's going to dump underneath. Oh my God, James Cook got a random fucking speed burst there. Somehow got 7 yards on that play. 2nd and 3 now for Buffalo. Allen's getting pressured. He's going to step up. He's brought down by Jaquan McMillan. Well, what are you doing there, guys? What the hell? Driving down the field now. 1st and goal, handoff, James Cook. Another gain of 7 there, and that's going to put them at the 3-yard line. Get over there. 3rd and goal, it's a screen to James Cook. And it's a James Cook touchdown. That's his 2nd. Yeah, just not really expecting a running back screen from the 2-yard line. They've been dialing up those screens at the perfect time. And this one leads to a James Cook touchdown. Again, Buffalo's scored on almost every single drive. So we need our defense we need to get pressure on Josh Allen. We need to force a Josh Allen mistake somehow. See, Brees Hall's stats stay, only 8 carries, but 73 yards and a touchdown.
Here we go.
First and 10. We're going to start the run to Braylon Allen, who gets some nice blocks there. Probably should have just cut, not really juked, but we get 10 yards there. All right, we got to have some urgency. I mean, we only have about a minute and a half there. Fields going to roll right. We'll float that one to Braylon Allen, who drops the ball. That's where having Breece Hall or Clyde Hopkins is good. But we're going to run it here. Get the first down, and we're going to huddle back up to the ball here. Some play action. Outside to Mason Taylor, who makes the tough grab there. Now Breece Hall's in the game. And Breece Hall was open. Yeah, he was open, but I'm going to take it with Fields. I'm going to slide. I'm going to take a timeout. That's our first timeout. First and 10. Start with another give to Breece Hall. Gets 8 there. We're going to go hurry up again. Get that one outside there. Malachi Corley get out of bounds and gets the first down. That stops the clock. Now first and 10. We're going to motion Breece Hall back out there. And we're going to roll right here with Fields. I think we're going to run it again and get duck out of bounds. Now it's 3rd down and 2. We're going to go empty formation. 3rd down and 2. We're going to lock this one up. Mason Taylor. What the fuck? In what world is that? How is that even an interception? I tried throwing up to Mason Taylor. It was... Oh, what? How is that an interception, dude? It's Mason Taylor in coverage against a safety, and the safety hits him, so naturally the ball bounces 20 yards all the way right to the next Bills defender. How? What the hell? That's fucking bullshit, dude. And now the Bills, now we get no points on that drive. That's like, oh my god. Bills are going to run it now. James Cook, Jesus Christ, don't let the Bills fucking score for halftime. A tight end on a safety, 9 times out of 10, that's the throw to make. But for some reason, Cole Bishop hits the ball, or hits Taylor with the ball. So he has it like this, he gets hit in the stomach, so for some reason the ball just goes all the way to the next. I don't understand how that's an interception at all. So that's awesome going to halftime. But we see the Saints against the Steelers. We see Tyler Shuck rolling left, throwing to an open Alvin Kamara as the Saints beat the Steelers 23-20. Gardner Minshew is currently the quarterback for the Steelers. They still have yet to find their quarterback. I thought it was Will Howard. I mean, I looked, and Will Howard was their starter. And we have the 0-5 Lions. Off to a very bad start, but not bad enough of a start as they handed off there for the touchdown to the rookie Sheehan as the Lions are up 14-7. We have the Titans versus the Giants. We have the battle of the big creatures, Titans and a Giant. Titans are tall, or big creatures, right? Whatever. As backhanded, one-handed snag gives the Giants a 13-0 lead. Jackson Dart versus Cam Ward. The battle of the 2025 rookie QBs, 2024 rookie QBs, whatever is the proper one. But as we check around the league, we see Kansas City's up 21-7. The Dolphins are up 20-7. So it should not have been an interception. We got to stop Josh Allen. They've been too good. James Cook is averaging too many yards on the ground. He's also got 2 touchdowns. So we got to stop Josh Allen. All right, Bills start with the ball. Start this second half. They're gonna have 3 tight ends. They're gonna have all their tight ends in on this play. As Josh Allen over the middle to Dawson Knox. Goes for 9. Second down to 1, a draw, James Cook. He's going to get 6 yards there. Second down to 9. Allen facing pressure. Still has time to deliver it to an open Josh Palmer. In coverage against Azariah Thomas. And the Bills get another big play there too. Yeah, look. Somehow we have 3 guys all over him and he still makes a perfect throw. Yeah, this is tough. Playing against Josh Allen kind of sucks because he's really good apparently. Not apparently. He's pretty good. But as they're going to start with another pass, Quentin Winters forces pressure to Allen, but he still delivers it. Where is our defense? How are we not catching up to Keon Coleman? Down to the 10-yard line. 3rd and goal for Buffalo. Quick pass, James Cook again. Wide open. James Cook, that's his 3rd touchdown of the day. Oh, dude, this Bills offense just looks unbeatable. I mean, I'm mixing up the play calls. I'm playing man zone. I'm blitzing. Just nothing's working against Josh Allen. All right, we're on offense for the first time this second half. And what else? We're going to start with a run to Brees Hall. Takes it up the middle to the 45. Big rush of 18. Brees Hall is 1 yard short of the century mark on 10 carries and a touchdown. Fields outside to Garrett Wilson. He's uncovered. Garrett Wilson down the right sideline. Wilson finally pushed out of bounds by Quandre Diggs at the 27-yard line. Just like that, we're already deep into Bill territory. At the 27, we're going to start with another run to Brees Hall, who finds a hole. Brees Hall brought down after a gain of 13. That puts him over 100 yards on the day with 112 total. 1st and 10 here. We're going to throw it out of the backfield to Brees Hall, who's going to juke. Makes 2 Bill defenders miss. Down at the 4-yard line now. It's now 1st and goal from the 3. Braylon Allen will check into the game, and we'll give it to him, and he goes in untouched. And we respond with a touchdown on our opening drive of this second half. Ends off with a Braylon Allen touchdown. He's doing his little dance there. And just like that, it's back down to a 3-point game. We need our defense to get stops. If we can get a stop or 2 or a turnover, we could flip this game. 3rd and short for Buffalo. 3rd and 4. This will be the stop our defense needs. 3rd and 4 for Allen. He's going to roll right. He's going to get it. Josh Allen runs for it this time for the 1st down. They're going to do a draw with Allen this time. First design play for him. He's going to get 8 yards. Now they'll give James Cook. He's going to get the 1st down. And there is an injury to who? Nobody looks. Oh, it's James Cook apparently. So down goes James Cook. That means Ray Davis will get into the game. 2nd down 10. It's a screen. Another screen. This one's to Ray Davis. And Ray Davis, they're just calling the screens at the perfect time. Anytime we blitz, they just throw a screen pass. It's like they know what play I'm going with. So, oh, guess what? It's a man blitz. Guess what? We're going to throw screen. Either Sean McDermott is reading my mind, or it's the CPU knowing exactly what's going on. Go with the screen, unless it is a screen somehow. As Josh Allen outside, Isaiah Likely picks up 7 there. 3rd and 3, underneath. Keon Coleman makes a linebacker miss. So far, we've only had 3 possessions. We've only had 2 full possessions. This is the 3rd possession, and we're already in the 4th quarter. The Bills are controlling the clock right now. We need our defense to get a sack or something, get a fumble. We've only gotten 1 sack, and it was like the first drive. We haven't done anything since. And it's 3rd down and 3. We need to hold into a field goal here on 3rd down 3. What will the Bills do? They're going to motion James Cook outside. 3rd down and 3. We're sending the blitz. Outside, James Cook makes the catch. Sent the blitz in. He gets it off immediately. Buffalo's now got it at the 4-yard line. Handoff, James Cook again. Nice tackle in open field by Malachi Moore. Oh no. Fuck, we have a edge rusher in coverage with a wide receiver. I missed the tackle attempt. And it's complete to close skirt. Dude, I can't do anything on defense. They're just unstoppable. They're unstoppable. Another touchdown for the Bills. This is a very long drive for Buffalo. I tried to audible out of it because we had fucking Glenn Woodard uncovered with Keon Coleman in man coverage, and that's not a good idea. All right, back to a 10-point game. We have the ball back for only the second time in this second half. Bills have controlled the clock as we'll go outside there for Garrett Wilson. 39-yard pickup. It's like Braylon Allen's in the game. Same thing with Clyde Hopkins, but it's Braylon Allen with the carry. Breaks the tackle. Braylon Allen at the 49-yard line. Big run there from Braylon Allen. Gives us the first down. Now 2nd and 10. We're going to motion Taylor. We're going to hand it off. Breece Hall tries to cut right. Finally touchdown for 6 yards. And it has Braylon Allen or Breece Hall at 129 yards now on the day. Going to motion Malachi Corley. And Fields, we're going to try to scramble. How do we not scramble right up the middle? Jesus Christ, we have to go for it now. All right, it's 4th and 7 now. Underneath, Desmond House drops the fucking ball. Jesus Christ, dude. Hold on to the ball. Fuck. There's a turnover on downs, dude. You know, that's a linebacker and a receiver 9 times out of 10. That's where you're going to throw the ball. But he drops it, of course. We need Josh Allen to fumble, throw a pick. Maybe one of their receivers to drop the ball would be nice. But outside, wide open, Keon Coleman gets the first down. I don't know what coverage to call. Man coverage, they'll beat it. Zone coverage, they'll beat it. Blitz, he never gets there. It's like impossible to call a good defense. Josh Allen breaks the arm tackle attempt to Quinnen fucking Williams. And then James Cook's injured. Now at least stops the clock, but it's not going to matter because the Bills are going to score anyways because they're unstoppable. 2nd down and 9 now. Josh Allen outside. Khalil Shakur down to the 1, and there's an injury timeout. The play there, and Buffalo now has it at the 1-yard line. All right, 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Fullback dive to Dawson Knox, and he gets in. They scored every single drive except the first one, I think. No, they scored on the first drive too. They scored on every drive, I think. But I mean, we're not getting anything going on defense.
Here we go.
3rd down and 5. Fields gonna launch it deep. Malachi Corley has him beat. Corley, touchdown Jets. Big passing play to Malachi Corley. I think he's maybe only got 1 or 2 catches, but gets a huge one there on the deep throw. And now it's back down to 10 points with 3:33 left in the game. The extra point to make it 10 points is good. So now we're down by 10. 3.5 minutes left. We're going against the Bills. I think if we just kick it off, we're just losing because the Bills are going to... So... I think we're going to try the onside kick here. And I can't use a timeout because then we'll use one. So we're going to hope we get this one. I need one thing going good today. And Ross's onside kick is recovered by Buffalo. I don't trust our defense. They haven't gotten a stop literally all game. So I figured this was our best chance to get the ball back, and we don't. So now the Bills have good field position, and that's what happens when the other team recovers the onside kick, is that they will get the ball with pretty good field position. Josh Allen breaks another tackle. Can we just fucking injure this guy? Knock this guy out for the season. Now play action for Josh Allen underneath. We gotta call a timeout now. Alright, 3rd down and 1. Come on, defense, let's make a stop. QB sneak. Allen gets it. We'll call a timeout again. Alright, we need We need something. Just defense make a play. Would be awesome. Nope. We're just gonna let James Cook get fucking 14 yards. Alright, and now Buffalo will chew clock to the 2-minute timeout. Never mind, they're actually gonna run the ball. And James Cook's gonna juke out our defender. We just stood no chance. No chance defensively. So we could get a stop here. Josh Allen's gonna keep it. Come on. Ezra Thomas somehow lets Josh Allen get outside. Touchdown, that's the game. Holy shit, our defense fucking sucks. It's really bad. Somehow, how does Ezra Thomas not even lay a fucking finger on him? He just lets him run right past him. And there's the game. Bills win 45-28. Bills' offense was unstoppable. Defense couldn't literally do anything. Yeah, there goes our first divisional game and our second loss on this season. But look at the stats. Justin Fields, 18 to 27, did have a lot of yards, 227 yards, 2 touchdowns. Did throw the 1 pick, which is bullshit. But Breece Hall went 14 attempts, 120 yards, averaged 9.2 yards per carry, had a touchdown. But Braylon Allen had 4 attempts, 37 yards, and a touchdown. Garrett Wilson, 6 catches, 65 yards. We have Malachi Corley, who surprisingly led the team in receiving yards with 93 yards on 4 catches, 4 touchdowns. Mason Taylor caught 2 passes for 73 yards and a touchdown. As well, 2 sacks allowed from Will Hernandez. Olufoshanu, TFL's 2 from Jamie Sherwood, sacks. We had 1 all game, and it was on the first drive, and we did nothing after that. I missed the field goal, but it ends up not mattering at all because the Bills scored in every single fucking drive. So, that's awesome. Alright, after that game, Azariah Thomas has an upgrade point. It sucks he's so slow because he could be a very good player, but he's super slow. I don't know what the best thing to upgrade speed is. I'm just going to go man coverage. He's up to an 80 overall. He'll get +2 to man press, or +2 zone, man, +3 to press. His coverage looks really good. He's a very good press coverage corner. It's just that he's so slow. We have JJ Pegues. I don't think really played that much. He's really just depth to come in at goal line plays. So I guess we'll go nose tackle for him. He'll get +1 awareness, player rec +2 to block shedding on his 82 block shedding. And how'd the film room prep go? It went terrible. We had 1 sack in the first quarter. We had no sacks the other 3 quarters that for some reason our team forgot that we have to play. Pretty broken up at the sideline. Had to be bad after such an emotional loss. I left everything on that field. Fell short of a performance like that. It could take a toll on anyone. Care to comment, Coach? I'll take responsibility, I guess. You know, they say any given Sunday will lead to free focus and learn for next time. And so we'll start next episode with some AFC North or NFC North matchups. We got Lions and Packers next episode. We have a linebacker breakout. I wonder who this could be. Could be Jamie and Sherwood. This is our first breakout we've ever had. So far, we're almost halfway done with year number 2. So it looks like breakout scenarios in this game are pretty rare. I'm hoping they count edge rushers as in the linebacker, or maybe it's an edge breakout. I don't know. But we'll find out who that is next episode. The game against the Bears and the Bills was 2 very different games. Bears, we pretty handily beat them. Defense played well, played good. Then against the Bills, it was the complete opposite. Defense played really bad. But that's going to do it for today's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like the video and subscribe. We're almost at 70 subscribers. I believe we're at 66. So if we can get to 70 by Halloween, so we can have a spooky episode, so I'll dress up for a video or something. I don't know. But hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.